mean, I think you can parkour down to you, but not even the 20th time we've done this.
You're 12.k that, you're 21k that, you're 14k. Oh dear. Oh, that's a solid fence.
What a set of
Solid fence.
Oh, very worse that looked at. Very worse that looked at.
Miller. Cook Miller overtook me.
I was just like,
Other half came just as
"Shut up, boys!"
What's up, bro? A bell. I'm gonna ring someone's bell. Come up a bell. I think I did. Drop it. Fucking.
Coming in hot.
He's. What?
Ow.
Well,
Okay, Johnny died. I don't know where them two are.
is he crucified himself?
Oh!
What the is his head
How did it come down? I guess. I thought something fall behind us.
Yes, that was me.
Now there's big fucking trailer like fucking arse end up in the air. Oh, your trailer was fully
Close, that's a bit close. Oh!
something would be ruined.
99% damage. It's gone to red. If you want to see that from my screen, that was incredible.
You want to see from my rear view mirror?
Oh! Don't you dare fucking change tires.
Oh, we knocked out. We made a hair ring.
Knock them out.
Yeah. So let's take a couple more Gatling guns. We have
I'm so glad I was in third person because I would have shit myself if I was in first there. If I was in first person, I would have absolutely shit myself at that.
Oh, I think I just did. I've ruined me gold spacesuit. Nice. Well, hello. Good evening, folks. Jesus, it's warm. Oh, give us a second. I'm absolutely sweating here. Oh, how is everyone this Monday? How is? It is a very, very warm Monday evening here in the UK, and I am playing some Space Engineers. It's been about, what, a week or so since I was last in this? No, maybe not even that. It's about 4 or 5 days, something like that, since I was last on stream, but I've been playing a bit of this offline. And here's what we've got. So I've been a bit busy, tidying up the base, making it a bit more baseified. There's a couple of projects I've had going. And if we can open up the doors, we'll have a wander outside. It is night time, but that's alright. We can have a look and see what's been going on. So, pipeline expansion has continued a little bit, but I'm starting to put a lot of the floodlights down to light the place up. We've got a little ice mine going down here. And if we put our torch on, we can see a bit better. I think I probably had about as far as this built out last time I was on, but it's now all tidied up with the floodlights and stuff. I've started to expand across here.
Because you can't stand there all night and it's bedtime, so you've got 20 seconds to decide if you change your pull up or not, and if you don't change it, you're getting into bed anyway.
To do another pipeline,
One.
which is going to be connected to
Two.
an ice mining rig over here.
Sort yourself out, decide what you're doing.
That's not attached to the ground properly. I need to fix that. Yeah, there's silver underneath here, about 70 meters down. So that's where this rig is going across to drill up the silver. It needs some floodlights and stuff put over here. Get it lit up as well as what we've got over here lit up. What else have we been up to? Oh yeah, let's go inside. Let's head off inside. We've cleared away this area here, so it's a bit more open now. We'll go back inside and we'll go round to... We'll do the back rooms first of all, shall we? We'll go this way. So this was one of the first rooms that were built. Not really much has been done in here. Tipples, he was last on. He got these boards up and working for us, these LCDs. It's still the main cargo hub, a couple of batteries chucked in. There are more cargo containers, and we'll get to those in a moment, whereabouts those are, but they are connected directly to these ones. We'll take a turn down here. That way leads down to a cobalt mine. That way there leads to a dead end. This side here we've got our refineries. As we can see, we've got a few refineries now in process. If we head back across and head across to the next room,
You need to get back in bed now, Ellie, because you've got enough time to sleep.
it's the back of the we need superconductors to make those. Head back round here. This is just the back of the refinery, so we can get access to the modules. This here is the rear of the modules for our assembler room. So I've got a load of assemblers with a load of speed modules on. We can get more on. We can put more speed modules on the top to make them faster, or I could put something else on instead. I need to go and fix those blocks there. Okay, right, bear with me 1 second, folks. I should be back in a minute.
Give up all that time in the bathroom before we get a drink. We didn't do it. If you change your pull up, that's fine. Do it. We'll get back into bed. Now. Get into bed. Just get into bed, Aaron. Just get into bed. Get into bed now. No, you don't. You have plenty of time to get to you. Get into bed now. We're not listening. You're getting into bed now. No, I'm not. Get in there. So, right, wait, it's not there. We're not talking to you about it. You're getting into bed. No, you're not. You're getting into bed. You had your chance. You back. You did nothing. No, you're not having a drink now. You had your chance. You backed on. You complained about toilets. Then you've been in and out of bed about whether you have to wait or change the apartment. We are finished. You won't get to sleep for it. No. No, we're finished. No, you're getting into bed. No. You are not. You are getting into bed. Now. Nothing else is happening. No, yes, no. You're getting into bed. Now. Get into bed. No, I'm not. No, get into bed. Right, get into bed. You can stay off, get into bed. I'm not going to standing there. Now. Right, get into bed. We're not talking about it anymore. No. You didn't get it. You've got to go back for 20 minutes. Get into bed. Now, you're getting into bed. No, you're not. You're getting into bed. No, you are getting into bed. You are getting into bed.
Good evening, Freya. I won't be long. I will just be a few minutes. Bear with me. We're just sorting out kids' bedtime. How are you anyway this evening? How did your visit go?
I don't care if you're upset. It's bedtime.
What, elevate the foot or elevate the pain? Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Very sweaty at the minute and having difficulty cooling down, but apart from that, not too bad at all. So, yeah, so I was just going to be doing a tour of the base and what I've been doing recently while offline. Well, the other stuff that I've been doing while offline. So I've done a bit of decorating and tidied the base out a bit and sorted out some of the interiors on it, sorted out the outside, got more of the pipeline down, some more floodlights up. We've got, I was just running through some things. More dance party. No, we're not there. Well, the disco is still up here, but all the lights are off on the disco at the minute. The disco is switched off for the moment. I have done a big sign for the club though. It's the name of a club that used to exist in Newcastle. Because I'm a massive man-child. So yeah, so we'll just go around the base and just have a look. So that's the main. That's just the main corridor, which really at the minute all that leads down to is it shoots off to the refineries on that side and the storage room on that side. And then down there it goes down to the cobalt mine, and that's just another entrance into the refineries. And if we continue down to the bottom, it's, oh, I forgot, yeah, the battery room is also at the bottom here. I need to decorate this out and tidy this up, to be honest, but I can't move the batteries. Because if I move the batteries, I'll destroy the power cells, so that's a no-no. We've got into the refineries on this side. We'll head back up to the main entrance hall, and yeah, that's just behind the refineries where the modules are. That's the modules for the next room, and the next room is all of our assemblers to make our components. And in here we have the rear of those component machines, and the last room along here is our oxygen and H2 generation rooms. So that's the main part of the base done. What I have been working on is this large hangar area here. Still a bit of work to do in here. Floodlights and stuff need to be put up. But the hangar is it's underway. This is this is by far the biggest room on the base. It needs to have command centers put in and all sorts of stuff, so I might do something with that this evening. But it's quite gloomy and dark in here. The floodlight's not lighting up all of the area. Hang on a second, I just realised something. I'm still invisible in Discord. There we go. So yeah, so it's more floodlights to go across that way, left, crosswards that way and that way. Get this place well lit up, because it's going to need to be well lit up. There's going to be a hangar and workshop. I've also done a bit of tidying up as well, so pipes are all nicely arranged, and there's not many pipes you can see on the surface, and that's because I've actually been doing, yeah, this all needs to be sorted out. This needs to be all boxed out underneath here, but I've been doing some proper management of me pipes. So underneath here we'll have like a pipe ducting system where all of the pipes and the storage containers are hidden away underground, and everything connects to everything down here. So it's we haven't got pipes hidden in the walls anymore. We can easily run new pipes through to different locations as the base grows. Yeah, that's more or less it, really. Head back down. We've got to go down and then we've got to go up. This all needs painting. I think I've settled on a colour scheme for in here. There's our big glass doors there, which I have accidentally deleted the opening button for on this side. So I need to put a new door opening button. Yeah, decent progress. Progress is going well. Nice little seating area through here. Head out to the base. Can't really see much in the dark, but yeah, it's a massive, massive hangar. It's a decent size hangar anyway. It can be expanded as well. We can go further back in it as well. We've got our H2 generator, H2 storage tanks over here. If we then go along the pipeline, some gaps on there that need to be filled in. We can see we've got our ice drill here for our H2 and O2 supply. Starting to get the hang of putting these spotlights up. I've started on a new pipeline heading sort of east-southeast along the ice bed. There's a lot of work still needs to go into this. It goes out quite a distance. And the idea of this is that this is going to be right on top of a silver deposit. So we can drill down to silver there. This is going to take a bit of time to work because it's a fair old distance away. We're what? How far away are we? What is that? Okay, 400 meters away. That's not too bad actually. I thought it was further than that. Yeah, but this is wait for the fog. There though it is. The fog's disappeared. This is going to extend out several a kilometre or two across the lake. And you crack on with your painting there. Yeah, so there is another bit I've been working on as well, the mine, the iron mine up on top of the hill, all the way up here, 1.5 kilometres away. So this isn't connected to the base that we've just been at, this is its own separate entity. And this is our iron mine. It's now got a refinery system in, just the one refiner, just so that it's when we're drilling out the iron we can refine it at source. There's quite a lot of iron to bring back. I need to build a cargo ship actually to bring all this stuff back. Our drill is still working successfully up here. It's getting well into this iron vein now. In fact, we can now just start to see the edge of the iron vein. Nope. Normally we would just do this on ships and get big ships and just drill in from the top and just go down. But this time I decided to do it a bit different and actually make a static drill on a rotor and the piston setup. And it works. Yeah, so nice little area over here. Is this currently, this sounds like this is refining. Is it refining? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got 10k in there at the minute. You've still got quite a lot of iron ore still to refine. And you've got quite a 444,000 k of iron ore. I need a ship that's going to be able to transport that amount of ore from down up here down to the main base. As I don't really, the ship that I've got can only take about 80k of ore at the moment, so once it gets to daylight, you may well start looking at making a new cargo ship. In fact, I could probably start to plan something out while I'm here. Now then, let's see, what do I need? I'm going to need a landing gear first of all to use as the base for a new ship. So let's take out a big clump of landing gear. Don't know why will that flip over.
Energy low.
Why is it going that way up? It's upside down. I don't want it to be upside down. Why wouldn't it rotate? Come on, just rotate. Stupid thing. Don't know why that won't rotate. Might have to go with the magnetic plate. Even so, that's... Don't know why my landing gear insists on being the wrong way around. Even if I manually turn it around, it flips back round again. That's not what I want. Can I build on the top of that? See, I can't build on the top of it. That's pointless. Okay, how am I going to do this then? I have to build it off a block. Okay, let's just go for a default paint scheme. Clean armor. Keep it simple. So I want a cargo ship, something that's going to hold a decent amount of cargo. And I need to switch those little build and repair things off, or it's going to build it for me as I go along, and I don't want it really to be doing that. So build and repair systems, switch them all off. Oops, my energy is low already. I'll just jump into the entertainment system. Have a seat in here for a moment. Recharge our batteries. Okay, there we go. So, this is going to be mostly... It's going to be mostly... It's going to be more... I suppose I should make it hydrogen powered. Because if I make it hydrogen powered, at least then it can go off planet. If I make it, say, about that long, maybe a little bit longer. I need cargo containers. So I'll take those cargo containers. And I'm going to want them to... How am I going to do this? Which way around am I going to put these? I need interior plate as well. Could have them going back to front like that. Oh, there's a lovely breeze just blowing in through the window. Oh, that was really nice. Jumo, you're here. I'll just give Lingby a tour of what I've been doing in the base. I've been waiting for you to arrive because Freya's already seen this. Showed them last night, but I'll show you what I've really been up to. So yes, I've tidied up the base, I've finished some bits of it. That's not what I've really been up to. Hang on a second. I'm gonna have to hide it. Hang on. Let's get into position. Okay. Right. You ready? Hang on. There's something I need to do. Options. Audio. Turn that down. Turn that up. Ah, well, in that case, brace yourself. Hang on. I put way too much work into this. I haven't been able to find a mod yet where I can get NPCs to dance on the dance floor. I'll find one. Hang on, my emote's not working. Hang on. Huh, okay, they've gone off. Probably, yeah. I'm still working on the music. I've got more music to add into it. All it is just a couple of scripts. So the DJ desk over there is an interesting one. I'll come to that in a second, from an engineering point of view. Because that's had to be custom made. I've had to make that block by block. Used a couple of mods for the consoles. I think those little console blocks are quite cool. So yeah, so for the ones that are a bit techie about this, what I've done is this is built with small blocks on a rotor with a small blockhead, and the rotors are then locked into position so it doesn't wobble about. This allowed me to build a desk at the height that I wanted it, and to have all of these functional little modules in. So this one here, for example, controls the disco ball. These over here control the lights on the dance floor and the emotes. One controls the script, one controls the actual lights on and off. And these here, I can queue up songs on them. Each of these can have a different song queued up on them. I put way too much thought into this. A couple of entertainment stuff behind it. I've got an LCD, I haven't put anything on yet. Same here, LCDs haven't got anything on but basic imagery at the minute. Yeah, I spent way too much time doing this, but I think it's worked out quite nicely in the end. There was a mod for a set of DJ decks, but it was big block, and it was a half cube size, like a full size half cube, and the entire turntable, and it was just too big. So I've decided, instead of going old school turntable, I'm going new school media players. These are just the little media players that are part of one of the DLCs, I think. Nope. This DJ stand is as solid as a rock. It ain't going anywhere. It's basically jammed in with these little blocks, and the rotors are switched off. So there's no rotation on them at all, and they're locked. So, right, anywho. I will figure out a way to get NPCs in here and have them potentially run a script on a load of NPC characters, all to just be dancing and going through the emotes. I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's doable. Why is my light not coming on? There we go. Right, so that's our disco hall. That is the Icon nightclub. Well, it looks like it's starting to get daylight out there now. It is, that's good timing. You can see there's another pipeline being put in. That's heading across to an area of silver, which is going to expand out to. Let's get outside before it gets completely light. Well, we've still got a bit of darkness. You can see being busy putting up floodlights all around the place. We've got a landing zone there. We've got our fuel tanks there. We've got an ice drill over here to provide us with plenty of H2 and O2. This is the main bit of work in progress that's going on. But what I actually need to do now is build a new cargo ship. I need something that's going to... Hang on, let's go to the main hangar. That's going to be able to carry a decent weight. No, it didn't. It didn't come back online. I just did it in the Discord chat after we played Enshrouded. Okay, let's see. Really what I wanted to do, I wanted to leave it until Tipple was ready to come back online and get in to see it first of all. But he's potentially not going to be back up anytime soon, and it's like I can't keep it hidden for any longer. Okay, so I now need to I need to get some interior plates. That's what I need. I need some interior plates. Hopefully I've got some. I don't have any interior plates. Ah, okay, we're all out of stuff. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to take my little ship out and go and fill it up with iron ore from the mine, which has also had some work being done on it actually. So we'll head up the hill, up to the iron mine. There it is. Try not to overshoot it. Let's get this leveled out. Okay, that's at level. Bring it back. Down a touch. Take it back. That should be too low. Up a bit. Down a bit. Back a bit. There we go. Okay. Switch this off while we get out. Yes, so the iron mine over here, a large drill has been producing us with quite a fair amount of iron. And it's still working, and this hasn't been claimed by Clan. I've now completely exposed the iron vein so I know where it runs across. I can also see now how deep it's going, so it's not going to last forever. But once the ore has been extracted, there is gold directly below 72 meters. So I can convert this machine into one that goes down and then tunnels out the gold. Just mind the hole directly down, but just a smaller one with 2 or 3 drills on it just will never manage it. This is the closest I've came to having an effective mine and drill on a rotor and on a couple of pistons. Still looks a bit unsightly, but you're going to get that with these pistons. If I didn't want it to look this unsightly, I'd have to, every time I drill so far, I'd have to take it apart and move it forward. We do also have a refinery and an assembler up here, so I can easily construct bits up here. And this has got its own power source, and it's got more than enough power up here to keep it going. If we did you squeeze past, or you passed? We've got quite a bit of iron actually, not just there, but where is it? Where's all my iron? 31k in there, 33k in there, 444k there. So I want to move this across to my modular ship. There. Let's take a load of iron away with us. That should last us a little bit of time anyway. Get back into the mining vessel. So this is the reason why I want to build some sort of like just basic cargo ship. Just some I can carry. Ooh, ooh, that's heavy. That's lost quite a bit of its turning. It's a full chungus is this now.
Kitchen now.
Why?
No bench space. Oh, we could go all. Keep the dishes.
That's the idea of my hypothetical rover is just a big battle instead of just big wall of drills that go burr. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from the big wall of drills that go burr. I'm not doing one of my big vertical miners this time. I'm going to keep it smaller. Okay, this is going to be an interesting approach. This is carrying a lot of weight in it. I'm going to have to take it down slowly, I think. Let's take our time. There's no rush. We're level, we're a bit away from the landing area, but that's alright, that's on purpose. And we'll shift to the cross now. See how we'll look out the back end of the camera. Okay, that looks good. It'd be like emptying the bathtub with a teaspoon. True. Okay, let's reverse that back. Okay, we're locked in. Switch all the engines off. Switch the lights off. Right. That'll allow me to make some interior plate now. Bit of lag there. Okay, let's. I don't know why this is making so much. Why it's making steel plate? It's insisting on making steel plate. Right. Can I have some interior plate, please? That'll do. Okay, oh, I still need some steel as well. Got plenty of steel plate. There. I'll start to get us our framework up. So, okay, let's think about this. I'm going to need conveyors first of all. Let's get some conveyors down so I can get the bones of the ship down. I want to leave that, and I want those ones as well. Okay, so if I put that there, let's have a look at this container now. So that could hook onto there like that. Could then hook into there like that. Now we can just go boom. 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 Cargo ship. Or a large grid cargo ship. Carry a lot of cargo. A lot of cargo. This thing with 6 large cargo containers, that's going to be carrying a lot of cargo. So it's going to be heavy. But it's not going to be any bigger than this. I think I'm going to go... hydrogen thrusters again. Yeah, I'm going to go hydrogen thrusters. And I'm going to build a bridge at the front of the ship. Now, to be honest, the cargo container is going to be more or less the main bulk of the ship itself. You're going to need a H2 generator and a H2 tank. So get rid of that. Look at the tanks. Well, we're going to play it. We're going to see how it goes. It is it is going to require a lot of thrust. You are right. I am aware of that. But we're going to see how it goes. Plus the hydrogen containers as well. And rotate those rounds. Let's see what sort of thrust I need for this sort of thing. That's more or less going to be the shape of it, and it's going to be tapered at the front. So I'm also going to need in a... That will do for the... That will actually stop at the rear. I'll have a connector on the bottom on this one, so this will be a bottom connector. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where this is going to go. It's going to be a lot of thrusters. Okay, so I'm gonna put that without ruining the shape of it too much. See, suppose I could put it there like that. And put it that way around. And that's not the shape block I want. It's going to be that one, isn't it? What sort of shape is that? It's not that. It's not even that, is it? Oh, I know what shape it is. I know what shape it is. I'm going to need that block. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That. Is that the shape? That is the shape. Okay, now over on this side, let's see. That's a lot of metalwork that's in there already. Take that out. H2, turn it round the other way. Actually, no, was that connect? I don't think it was it? Was that? Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, that's connected to the. Yeah, that's connected to the cargo containers. Okay, and all the cargo containers are all. Right. Okay, so the cargo containers are connected to the hydrogen tanks at the back. The H2 generator is connected to the cargo containers. Okay. Now then, shaping at the front. I think I'm just going to box this in. You had a bit of a paint disaster. Have you had a spillage? I'm going to need a half block in there. No, you haven't missed much at all. I'm potentially making this way too big. I don't think I need as many as that can take cargo containers on this. I am never going to fill up 6 cargo containers on this thing. You know what? I think two cargo containers is going to be enough. So I'm scrapping that. And I'm going to go with 2 large cargo containers instead. And I'm going to put them down the center spine of the ship instead, like that. And I'm going to go with one tank. Wombo would be. It's a cock ship. It is. I've turned it. It's a dick and balls. It's an accidental dick and balls. Well, these bits here now aren't going to stay here. So sorry. We're going to spade. Let's get in spade. The testicles are being removed. Ow. Why can't I hear? That's not the disco started up. Oh. I know what it is. So in order to get the music into the game, I've had to overwrite some default Space Engineers music files. What we're hearing being played now would have been one of the default Space Engineers music. So that would have been playing now should be Colossus on Fire, but it's not. It's Madonna, Like a Prayer. Okay, so all that we've got added onto this at the minute is just yes. So it uses a file format that's actually used by Skyrim, amongst other games, for the audio. So all you have to do is just convert it to any sort of file format, into that file format. WAV files convert into it once you found the encoder. To be fair, the most difficult part of it was finding an encoder that worked. But then you have to overwrite the original files and use the same name of them. I could indeed. That may happen. Let's see. So the thing is that the files are local, so they need to be on his PC. But that's not a problem. I just basically create the file and send it to him and say, oh, by the way, before you load in Space Engineers, you need to replace this audio file with such and such a one.
Full. Inventory full.
Ooh, bit of lag. Okay, so this will be the bridge. No, you wouldn't. I don't need to get back to the cargo containers once we're in flight. What I will need to do, though, is have access to H2. So I need to get the generator. Is that the cargo container there? It is, right. Let's attach the H2 generators there. Okay, hydrogen thrusters. Big hydrogen thruster on the back. I'm going to need more room underneath in order to hydrogen thrusters going up on it. one can go there, one can go there. So this is the left and right. One there, one there. One to go up there. One to go up there. Do the same this side. Put that one there. Take that out. Put a conveyor in here. Like so. And we'll put another up thrust there. Another up thrust there. I'm going to have to put conveyor to transfer fuel to the front of the ship there and there. And expand on that going forward. So we've got left and right, and we've got up and forward. We need backwards and down. Okay, well, down's a pretty easy one to do. So we'll just put them on the other side like that. There. There. Thing is that this thing is probably not going to be going too far, but I do want it to have space, be spacefaring, just in case. Okay, up, down, left and right is sorted. I don't think it will be anywhere near. Oh, we'll see. I mean, if I can take off and be maneuverable at this size when it's empty. Oh shit, I could go vertical launch. It's a really good idea. But in order to go vertical launch, I'm going to need to have a connector on the side. I can have a connector on the side. Do I go inset connector? Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at these inset connectors first of all before I put one on. Okay, so if I was to put an inset connector on, okay, that would work. Could have one on either side. So the inset connector keeps everything nice and flush. Right, so I need to build a bridge. And I also need to get reverse thrust as well. Okay, let's even get the bridge in first of all. How am I going to get that in? It's not going to be a very big bridge. I could just go for a cockpit at the front. Signal blocks DLC. I wouldn't mind using some of these. Let's just extend that out a little bit. Let's have a look at these console blocks. Why is that? Oh God, that's gone into the wrong place. So that would be the bridge. I'm going to put a block underneath this just to stabilize it for a second. Bollocks. Side thrust is already poking out, so you could add a corner pipe the other side of the pair of them. Yeah, could do. Yeah. But I also want to have an all-glass front as well, so this might end up being a bit of a bulbous front head. Maybe just coming out an extra block either side. What have we got for windows? Curved window is massive. Don't really want the bay window. That's the bridge. Half window round. Well, let's have a look at the bridge windows. I need girders for those.
Low.
Okay. Let's get this thing here built. So I've got somewhere easy to sit. Oh, I mean, let's get some girders as well. I'll have a look in a second. So I'm gonna get this made up so I've got somewhere I can recharge without having to go through to the main part of the base. Oh, hang on. That's no good, I'm sitting down. Right, I'll wait till I recharge up. Oh, yes. Bridge button panel. Bridge helm. I haven't seen these before. Which DLC are those? They're part of the Contact DLC. Okay, so that's the helm. Button panel. Bridge flawless. Bridge with flaw. Raise slope. Slope corner. Okay. Let's have a look at these. Oh, there's some rather cool shapes in this, actually. I need steel plate. Really? We're not got any steel plate. Let's pinch a little bit of steel plate from there. That'll be fine. Okay, so we'd have a helm. I'll have a button panel. Oh, that fits on quite nicely onto there, actually. What else have I got? It's going to have a floor as well. Helm, button panel, flawless. Okay, we'll have another button panel then. In there. And then let's have a play about with these shapes. Bridge flawless. No, I'm going to have it with a flaw. Bridge flaw. So I could go for that. Has that got a flaw on it? It has. Sloped corner. We could go with that. Half sloped corner. So it doesn't have the bit of the nose on it. That doesn't have the nose on it. And what we got here? Okay. So that's if we wanted to like bring it inside and come around the other side. Ooh. There's some rather funky shapes in this, actually. I quite like that. That gives a bit of a fighter cockpity sort of look. So that one, there's that the one with the flaw? It is. And that one's flawless. And then there's another one which it's in the corner bit. And that's just his side panel. And then back to the helm. I quite like don't know whether to go that one, but I'm thinking that one. Yeah, these are right at my street, Chumo. Okay, so that is the bridge corner base left. What's the bridge corner base right? Okay, right. And then I've got the shapes I can use to taper that to the front. Could I then go with something like 1 and 2 slope or a 1 and 1? Oh, is there something that's mentioned in oh, Cedric? Have I got something that's saying something about drops, have I? Oh, for Christ's sake. That'll be for Enshrouded. Is that still on there? Jesus Christ, that was ages ago. Is it? Well, I'd say I'm bothered, but I'm not. Oh, I don't like the angle of that. That's too severe. No. No, I'm not doing that. I might have to go for the 2 times 1 slope. I think that's probably what it's going to be. Is let's see, 2 times 1 slope, 2 times 1 slope, shuttered slope. Oh, this is a mod. No, I don't think they are active now, Freya. Pretty certain it's all kaput and finished with now. It just shows you how often I go into my Twitch settings. Okay, right. Hang on. I can fix this. All I need to do is grab that. Put that there. And where's that window gone? 2 times 1. What is this? So we'll keep the area in and space out while you still enjoy the view. Okay. I didn't think there was. The last active drop was that costume, wasn't it? Let's find that one again. Which one was it? That one. Okay, put that there. Put that there. As soon as I take away those blocks, they're going to fall down, aren't they? The glamour, that's what it was. And put temporary block in there. Temporary block in there. Bloody hell. Madonna started up again. I may have made a mistake replacing Colossus on Fire with Like a Prayer. Just makes me want to head back to the disco. But I can't, I've got work to do. Okay, so let's bring that bridge back up again. Let's bring those shapes up. Let's see what shapes we've got that goes on here. No, I don't want that. Don't want that. I could go with that, but it's going to bring it out. What's that look like? Nah, that's wrong. Don't want that. Yeah, this is the first time I've used these helm pieces. Nope, not that shape. Ah. Nope. Nope. So is it just... It's not the bridge helm. Yeah, but it's getting the ones that are viewing in the I just, in order for quickness, I chose one that I knew was on the jukebox. Oh, okay, what shape are we going to use in here? Is that just a it's not a, it is, isn't it? It's just a triangle. So just fill those edges in with a triangle.
Fuel low.
Oh god, I'm running off H2. I'm going to come back and have a look at the other bridge blocks in a second. I just need to go and hit the oxygen tanks. Or the H2 tanks, rather. For fuck's sake. Really? We've got no ice. It's all been turned into H2. Right. Oh, why is it dumped it into... It's dumped it into Tipple's ship. Right. Might have to go and just grab some ice. I know, we're good. I'm not bothered with the bottles. So let's see. Let's have a look at the bridge blocks then. We're looking for one that's a triangle, almost an exact triangle in shape. I'm not seeing one. So it's not that shape. You can safely say it's not that. Bollocks. Cut the wrong off. Second row, block 3 and 4. Is it? Thank you. Oh, the bridge floor. I thought I tried that before and it didn't look quite right. Hang on, let's get this corner bit back in. Yeah, I want full angle. Which one was it again? It's the bridge corner 2x1 base that's on there. Oh, right, hang on. I think I know which ones you mean. So I think, are we talking about these ones? But have they got the right angle in as well, though? That's the thing. It's not that, not that. I don't think there is. Because this here, you see, it's a perfect triangle. I mean, I could just use... If I use plates, I'm not going to get the floor. That's the side doesn't work neither. That doesn't work. Yeah, I want it sort of like to continue this slope so it straightens up and tapers in, so I can taper it back in along the side of the ship. So it looks like if we use just a standard block as an example, so it'll come in like that, and I think I might just have to do that. I mean, I have to also think about what I'm going to be doing for a door to get in here. And I can just use... Can they? I've not seen one that does. So I've got these bridge blocks. These are the new ones. They don't say if I put that one on, it doesn't taper in. So no, it's not that one. So therefore, it's not that one neither. It's not the bridge floor. It's not that. Just like how it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. The old ones, you reckon? Oh, of course, flip them up like that. Yeah. Good call. Good call. I think I'm going to need... I've got them on the second column. I think this shape that I'm after here is on... It's not that shape. So I'm just going to go for the solid shape along the bottom. It's not that. Is it a transition shape I'm looking for? Don't think it is. Sure, I've seen a shape like that before. It's not on there. That's it. That's the one. Stick that there. Stick that there. Still gonna need some reinforced, but where am I gonna get my reinforced from? Try and keep the shape of this. I could just stick reinforcers down. No, don't want to do that. I could stick one reinforcer in the middle here. Oh, what? That's not connected. Are you joking? You're joking. I thought that was... Oh. Pain in the dick. Right, so let's put conveyor in, first of all. And this time, let's make sure that it's connected before I cut something away on it. You could be right, Professor. And welcome. You know what I need to do? I think I just need to collect my thoughts for a second. I need to head to a chill room and think about what I'm going to do. Sometimes. I'm just going to have to lose myself behind the decks for a moment. Makes me happy in here. I will find some way to get NPCs on the dance floor when before he makes an appearance again, before Chaos gets back into the game. I'm gonna take this to work. I'm gonna get my position right on the camera. There we go. Oh. What, the Bluetooth speakers? Oh yeah. Oh, it's warm tonight. Spent way too much time making this room. He hasn't seen it at all yet. Tipple, by the way. The other person that plays in this game with us. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be spending on Space Engineers, to be honest, in this particular playthrough, because 7 Days to Die 2.0 just came out recently, so I imagine sometime in the next week or 2 weeks we'll be swapping across the server to that. Well, this isn't on the server anyway, but once 7 Days to Die goes up, I'll be in that for a while. Apart from Sunday nights when I'm playing Enshrouded. I'm impressed with what I managed to do here with these DJ decks, with these little console units, and I think it looks the business. Yeah. For an IT technician, he's taken a long time to get his PC working again. I mean, this stream's getting DMC'd strike, but I don't care. Well, he sent the motherboard off to get repaired or get sorted under warranty. But we've told him before to stop getting gigabyte boards. They are a script. Here's the script. And basically, you just add the lights to a group called Disco Panel, or Panel Disco. Whoops. If I can find some way to add in a load of NPC characters and get them all to dance in the dance floor, that will be perfect. It'll probably break my game, but... Oh, right, he's been talking about cricket. He's been in our chat a little bit, mostly talking about the F1 film that's out. I'm refusing to go and see it as an F1 fan. I'll just get mad at it. Don't know why all these emotes don't work. I really should get back to work and finish this cargo ship, but I'm enjoying myself too much. What? What? 820 for 9? Right, I need to get back to work. I need to get back to work. That's enough dicking about. Music off. Sorry, Disco Ball. You're going to have to go back away again. Lights off. Yeah, found some Bluetooth speakers. They don't actually... I have to play all the songs through them. I put them... I've grouped all these up. And I've told them to play the same song at the same time, but it makes no difference in the sound. So... they're just there for aesthetics now. Right. Cheeky kid. Okay, back to the cockpit. Right, I know what I'm doing with the cockpit now. I want to first of all add on a thruster onto... Not dragged it, have I? Replace the spray gun. I don't need that at the minute. I reckon I could have done better than the 820 for 9. Oh god, my ears are getting incredibly sweaty having these bloody headphones on. Jesus, this is so uncomfortable. Alright, let's go back to the bridge module. I think it'd be completely irrelevant. Yes, it would be, but I am fixing that by using the virtual DJ software that I've got to create one mix, probably about an hour long, and just mix the tracks in myself, save it as one WAV file, encode it into, I can't remember the format that it's used, but encode it into the format for the game, and then import that one file. So I just hit play once and it just plays, and then you don't have to change tracks. It'll just like play for like an hour. That's the plan anyway. But in order to do that, I need to find time to create myself a mix. And at the minute, the only time I can really do it at night is when I want to stream. So, yeah. It's been a while since I've done some mixing. Right, which one did I want? No, I'm going to go with my original. Oh, that makes it so much easier. Oh, that would make it so much easier having that in. If we change to that shape instead. And then I could actually have the helm. What? Yeah, I grouped them all together and I told them all to start at the same time. And it just sounded like it was just playing from one source. I didn't notice anything. I'm going to get to that bit later. Don't worry about that. I will address the issue of getting into the ship later. Oh, I haven't forgot about that. That is something that I will come back to. At the minute, I'm just like getting some wireframe stuff set out first of all, just so I can get an idea of what I want and how big. To be honest, I'm probably going to move this cabin all forward 1 block so I can put a hatch in. So, but I want to see what it looks like first of all with these bits. Hence why I have only in wire frame at the minute, and why I haven't got the nanobots on building up around us. Bridge helm, button panel, bridge flawless, bridge floor. I'm going to stick that in there, that in there. Oh, I don't like that. No. Okay, if I do that, then I'm getting rid of the glass roof. What's these up here? That's just armor blocks. I don't know about that. I didn't know. I think I'm going to lose that. That's not connected around there yet, so I'm just going to put a block on there just so I can take these blocks here out. Swap that block out. Might as well put one that's going to be the right shape onto it. Although, is there a corner bit? Let's have a look. Is there a corner bit to taper it back in? There is that. Go with that. How's that look? Nah, I don't like the sticky out bit on it. I think I'd rather go with that one. Going for the Constellation, whatever the Explorer one was called. Look, I see. So it is, yeah, it has got that sort of feel, hasn't it? A Star Citizen, the Constellation. Well, at least it doesn't look like a penis anymore. Okay. Right, I have to move it all forward 1 block so I can get an access point in. Okay, hang on a second. Bolt. Take this all out. Let's see if I have the door there. Bottom dwelling fish, yeah. If I have the door there. Right. Entry point here. That's not the block I am looking for. That is. Is that the right way around? Yep. Okay. And then we'll go... Helm. Button panel. Button panel. That one there. That one there. And then bridge floor. That one. There and there. And there and there. Then we'll have a same corner to come back in. Like that. It's the wrong rotation button. That's the one I want. I still think I want this to be one block forward. I just want a little bit more space. I've got the front end of the bridge designed how I want it. I know which blocks I want where now at the front of the ship. Right, helm. Button panel. That corner. Bridge floor. Twice. Then the corner back in. Like that. But that's not the version with the floor. I want the one with the floor on it. That one. I'm going to give it a bit of a hammerhead look.
Energy low. Button panel. Where's the corner bit? There. Is that it? Yeah, it's the flawed version. Floor in there and there. Goes there. Right, where's my e-cig gone? Okay. Put that there. And then what I'll do is go for a
corridor look. Go with... Which corridor we're going to go with? That one. No. Where was the corridor with the plus symbol? Corridor round. Is that not an option where you can cycle through them all? Mustn't be. Okay. T-junction then. In there. Like that. And then I can have airlocks on the side of it. Or I could go for... Where is it? There. Don't know why I've still got good bot switched on. Oh, dude, it's because I'm a lazy git that forgets to go and switch stuff like that off. I mean, it's not going to be airtight. I'm not bothered about that, though. As in, you open up a door in space, it's going to decompressurize. Okay. And I just need to sort out the flooring. Take that all away. So if I get solid blocks flipped in those shapes... Alright, let's go and grab a seat. Hang on. I could... Yeah, I could put an airlock... in place of that one there. Swap that card out and replace it with an airlock. And then it's sealed. Or I could put it there. Right, let's bring up the other toolbar. Now which shapes do I want for this? Don't think I need that shape anymore. Don't actually think it's a complicated shape. It might just be one of these ones. Is that all that I want? Yeah. Or do I want it? Do I want it with a chunky face? You know what, let's have a look at it with a chunky face. Let's use half blocks. God's sake, Madonna started up again. Oh, I'm on that steel plate. I'm just going to go and get some. It shall just be a second. Right. So that's me bridge flooring. Thunderstorm. Could just put windows on the top. Right, how stupid does this look from the front? I can get tapered blocks like this, can't I? Instead of just them being flat like that. Right, let's see if I can find it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Inventory full.
Let's have a look at this one. How does this one look? I think I prefer the first one that I put on. Because that's the same shape, that's mirroring the one shape on the top. And then... which bit is that one? I know what bit that is. Let's just have a look at it again. Right, is it just... it's a half block. No, it's not. It's that one. That's it. And then that one. It's just welded up. Big fat face, but do prefer it like that. I just keep the half blocks in the middle and just save it for weight. That's not really going to be much of a weight save. So that block, rotate it around that way, and we want where I get that one there to go in. That. Take that one round like that. Go around this side. Goes there, that goes there. That goes there, and then that corner bit goes in like that. Okay. I still need to sort out reverse thrusters. Does that... that one doesn't have something. I can't just... yeah, I can't hook that onto there. Damn. I'm going to put my reverse thrusters. And they're probably going to have to go on the top, aren't they? Up here. Yeah, that's where I'd see my reverse thrusters. Yeah, going to have to sit somewhere on the top. Ah, then how am I going to find the connector into there? That's my lab generator. It's a corridor round door, so it's going to... I'm going to have to move everything forward again one more block. So I can get a connector point in here. A conveyor to go in here. So I can get... Don't really need a H2 generator, but I'd like to have one on just in case. Oh, hang on. Where's my bloody fuel tank? Let's have a look at the different tanks. Okay, can't put that one onto there. It's only small grid, that's... Yeah, that's just small grid. Small oxygen, small hydrogen tank. So I'll go with one of those ones instead. One of the old school style ones. And stick the hydrogen tank on the back like that. Because that's safe and well protected. I've still got things like gyroscopes and stuff to put in as well, haven't I? Ah. Okay. Okay. Right. I think I'm going to have to rework the back end and put gyroscopes and stuff like that in the back end. I think I might have to extend the front out one more block. So I've got somewhere where I can build the rear thrusters, so I can put a... Yeah, I'm going to have to move that all forward one. So I can put a conveyor block in here. Then run the blocks up here and onto here and here to put thrusters on for reverse. It's going to lose a little bit of the shape of it, but you know, it's just a basic ship just to run some cargo, that's all. I don't have to make this anything too complicated. Right. I can mold the aesthetics around a bit later. I can twiddle with aesthetics later. I don't really want that glass. I want the glass really to be sitting on the top. Okay, I might have to put something in here to sit the glass on. Four-way cross passage is an idea. Or, actually, hang on. I'll just move the airlock one step further forward. Hang on. Rotary airlock. Another mod. Trying to make it look and only to change the entire design philosophy later. Jumo, we're not all bred like you. I don't know why I've just done that, because I'm going to have to take it apart. Yeah, I'm going to have to move everything forward one block, I think, from the bridge. Oh, hang on a second. No, I bloody don't. No, I bloody don't. Hang on. Let's see how this looks. This might ruin the aesthetics of it, but let's see what it looks like. That's not too bad. I'll lift the doorway free. I do like pipes. Which way have I got going? So I've got to go on the crosswards. Okay, so that's going the wrong way. That's stupid. Made a mistake straight away. Pipes on the outside of a ship do look quite cool. Okay. Okay. I mean, I've still got gyroscopes and antennas and stuff like that to put in. And a large thruster to go in the back. But I can do that just by moving all of this stuff back a bit. That's easy enough done. But I think that is our basic shape of the ship. There's a little bit of headspace in here. There's a little bit of room. If I wanted to, I could put more seats in, passenger seats. Okay, that button terminal doesn't have a seat on it. Okay. Strange. Yeah, I could put more seats in. Can even put benches in, actually. No, benches are small grid. Could put a couch in. Get 2 couches in. Okay, so this bit here will be airtight. Oh, I don't have... a vent to make it airtight. You know what the front reminds me a little bit of? It reminds me a little bit of Battlestar Galactica. Shorter, the head, but if you extend that out a bit and then cut it back in. Okay, so I'm overthinking this again. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, right, I need to go full vent. Yeah, let's go that one. Pipes for the win. Ah, I'm stuck in my own corridor. It's bound to be somewhere I can hook it up. There, what's that? I don't know if that's got the port on it. Ow. But I should be able to find somewhere to connect that to. What we got here? That's corridor. Okay, I am now. Is that the H2 generator? It is. Okay. Oh, crap. I may have just to be the boob. I have fixed the boob. I think I got away with that. So there will be a connector somewhere here for the H2 generator. Underneath that I could run this pipe too. Punching it into thrusters everywhere. Yeah. I mean, once I've got that pipe, I mean, it's okay. Yeah, no, I can get away with external pipes. I can get away with external. Don't mind external pipes. Put that there. It's going to allow me to cut away this one here at the front. Oh, crap. Well. It's all right. I have a fix for this. I have a fix for this. I can fix this. I can fix this. I can't fix this. Okay, you know what? I can still build from there. I can get the nanites to build it up, and at least I can take it off. Stick some gyroscopes and batteries on top of it. Get it lifted up. That could have been worse. Not much, but it could have been worse. Stick a big ass thruster onto the back of it. Although I'm not going to have any fuel in it. Yep. I'm going to crane it. I mean, I've already started to make a gantry sort of crane along here by putting these cabs in for exactly this sort of scenario. To be honest, it is 10 to 12 at night. I could do with going and getting some, well, getting myself cooled down, to be honest, because I am roasting. And then what I could do is that once I've got lifting the piston, and once I get underneath it, I can then just weld up the connector and then drop it onto the connector, which is somewhere. Can't remember where I was putting the connector now. It's somewhere there. Yeah, but I'll just stick a piston onto the roof, a couple of pistons onto the roof, magnetic hinge onto it, and just lift it up. And I've got it suspended, and then I can work on it in there, put a landing gear on it, and drop it back down to the ground. Or yeah, it's not a big deal. It is really not a big deal. In fact, I wonder actually. I've already got it on here. Can't fit the landing gear on. I can't fit a magnetic plate on neither. If I could have fitted a magnetic plate on underneath it, I would have just put that on and see if it just takes. Oh, hang on. Just see if it's if it'll take. Hang on, where the hell's my magnetic plate? Oh, it's here, man, you fucking dingus. Oh, well, I have found the mountain point. Auto lock is on. Could just use another ship, or could just stick a piston on and roll it over actually. That one. I'm gonna need some steel on site. Yep. Just pinch some up the wall. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Ow. Right, reposition myself. Why is that not locked into position? Needs to go over a bit further. Probably should have had the piston a little bit higher up. Hey! Well, sort of. Yeah, piston from the roof would definitely be easier. I can just pick it up and drop it down.
Inventory energy low.
Is that locked in? That to me doesn't look like that's locked. Yep, it would. I'd be able to work on underneath of it as well. How many pistons am I going to need to get down there? Can I fit a piston there? Can. That's not quite where I want it. Maybe there. That should do the trick. Perfect. I think that'll just... Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. That's too many pistons. Too many pistons. That should be more than enough. Nice press. All I gotta do is just take it nice and easy now. Pick somewhere where I've got a good view. And there's the magnetic plate on the upside down. This isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Inventory full.
Hang on, was that the right way?
Energy critical.
No, it's that. It is that way, isn't it? Which way is it? Is it that way? Yeah, it is. It's that way. Right, let's go and get myself a recharge. Right, let's see. I want a control seat somewhere. Probably just one of those. so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Turn it the way so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Might be worth turning off auto lock. You reckon? Do I not want auto lock on? I suppose I can just have it put onto a button, can't I? Right. Put that onto lock. Pick up piston. Increase velocity. Decrease velocity. And reverse. Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Right, it's not picking up from there. Stop. Ready to lock. Okay, why is that not reversing? Just check what the piston says on it when I go to it. Oh, of course, the other magnetic plate. Thank you. Take it up, Buttercup. I'm in danger. Right. At least I can work on it better now underneath. But, yeah, okay. Did I put a... Sure to put a connector in this somewhere. What's that there? Conveyor junction. Oh, it's on this side. Hang on. No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it. I was going to put a connector onto there. I mean, I could actually just put a normal connector onto there, weld it up, and then lower it back down here because I have. It's going to be quite easy for me to put a connector in here because I've sort of like done cable management underneath here. I've left room underneath the floor to run all my cables, as I've got running through here. Right. Yeah, I'm liking I'm liking those bridge modules at the front. I mean, these are quite cool. I feel it has got a very 1970s feel to it. So like Battlestar Galactica, 2001: The Space Odyssey. I mean, there's not much to it. It is just a couple of cargo containers, a fuel tank, an engine, and a small bridge at the front for people to be in. And yeah, I've still got some other things to do. I've got gyros to put on. I'm going to have an antenna to put on. I need to make sure that all the connectors are in the right place. I think they are. It's a pretty straightforward build. Everything is sort of like just running down the spine of the ship, so everything should just connect from one to the other. I think we'll probably have I think we'll be okay for engines as well. I have to be honest, I don't anticipate any time in the near future having 2 of these large cargo boxes filled with stuff. I'll be surprised if I get one of those cargo boxes half full. But suppose eventually I'm going to have mines operating all around the ice lake. There's more stuff out there. We're going to have a silicon mine up there. We've got our iron mine up there, which isn't connected to the main base. It's its own separate little iron mine facility. There'll be a silver mine in operation there. We've got a cobalt mine actually inside the base, so we're not going to need that. But there's another iron mine over there which I'll be setting up, which is even further away. I could even potentially put a PAM script onto it and get it just to go back and forth between the relevant mining sites and just picking up ore. I'll see how it performs. We'll probably flesh this out tomorrow. Switch the nanites on, let them build it. If I do need any more materials, I've got my... Oh, what was that flash? I've got my little mining ship over here. I can use to do cargo runs and mine anything else out. Tipple's got his cargo ship over here, and we've got the PAM. We've got the vertical miner as well that we can take out, so we're not going to be too difficult to get us any resources in. Oh, how actually have I built a way down here? I can just drop down here. Yeah, so yeah, the base is coming along nicely. The nightclub's up and functioning. We've got a second pipeline started to go off in that direction to towards the silver mine. Cobalt, so silver and cobalt will be okay for. We've got a little bit of iron still left up here. That was lightning. Sorry, I don't actually think I've got lightning turned on. I'm going to be bringing on all of the weather once I've got the base all sort of defended and got lightning protectors and got a shield to put around it. I'll be loading in some more mods for enemy encounters. This is still refining iron. It's a lot of iron it's got to go up through. 367k. That's been converted. That's been refined. 340k in that container. Okay, so it's still got quite a bit of iron, so we're not going to be shy on iron any point soon. This drill has worked like an absolute charm on its rotor and piston setup. This has been very efficient in getting the iron out that we needed, to the point where this iron seam is probably not going to be far off being completely exhausted. Still a lot of iron to get out of it, and unless this goes up another level up above us, which I don't think it will, but if it does, then I'm just going to have to clear out this area, move the drill up a couple of blocks and drill out some more above it. But once we have finished getting all the iron out of here, we're just going to change the direction which this iron goes, and we're going to tell it to go down. Hang on, I'm going to have to go and sit over in the seat so I can see it, because there's gold around about 70 meters directly below this iron resource. And I might not be showing. There we go, fully visible. Gonna show us? No? Such normal display. There is, believe me, there is gold here. Straight down, 70 meters. Alright. I've still got loads to do in the I don't know why. You see, when I played this before, I've always played it in the multiplayer game when we've had a server going. And I've never just like loaded up my own world just to mess about in, and that's what we're doing here, messing about in my own world, testing out mods, building stuff, trying out ideas. I don't know if I'll ever come back and do something here. So this is a mod that I'm trying out, a curved panel mod. They've got this in both. It's in sort of like just normal material, but you can have also got it in glass as well. I wanted to see how big this was, because if it's thinking about building maybe something like a control tower, a command tower here, so like halfway between the main base and halfway between the iron facility. This is connected, so this actually goes down, and it is actually connected to the main base, so this will actually get power fed from. I could even use this as a landing area, a docking station for ships, going out and doing mining operations, get some little pan miners wrote up, send them out with the PAM script, and have them come back and dock here and offload their stuff. It's probably what I'm going to use it for. Oh! Is the solar panel damaged? No, solar panel is okay. I really should weld. Oh, yeah, excuse me. I really should weld all this up as well, but too many things to do, too little time to do it. Anywho, morning is very much breaking here. In game. Does this hurt? No, it's only a particle effect. Burn, baby, burn. Ah! So, yeah. Right, enough messing about. I need to go and cool myself down and get to bed. Work in the morning. Leave this how this is. Leave it dangling. Pick up all the scrap. Leave the nanite switched off. and I am going to go and head off. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Nice to see some new faces in the chat. Hopefully I will be a little bit more lively if this weather cools down a bit. Let's hold my breath for it. I'm going to go and grab myself a cold shower and see if I can cool down before I go to bed. And grab a cold drink as well. But for now though, thank you folks for joining us. I shall be back tomorrow around about 9:30 UK time, doing some more Space Engineers. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank you folks. Take care. Have a good Tuesday. We'll see you later.